Hi guys, hello everybody. Good day guys and welcome to today on Princess Anu TV. Today I'm going to be answering some of your questions concerning payments. We're going to be dealing with payment questions today. Who pays, if you pay, how to collect, how to go about all these things. That's what we're going to be dealing with today. But if you're new here, welcome to Princess Anu TV. In case you're just seeing for the first time and you've not subscribed, do me a favor, click on the subscribe button and the bell so that whenever I post any video, you'll be able to see it. And we've been on the series of how to get your first aviation job. Olumide, welcome. And I don't know if you've been following, but it's very important that you follow, go watch those videos. How to get your first aviation job, whether cabin crew job, ATC job, others will be coming along the line. Aircraft maintenance engineering job, pilot job, flight dispatch job, as much as possible. We are going to be talking about that. But let's dive into the topic for today because it's very, very important. Now, how do you get to pay? Firstly, most of the time you pay either for buying of forms or paying your school fees. You pay it into a remitter account. Shego, welcome. You pay it into a remitter account, either NCAT's remitter account. It's usually NCAT remitter account, and so you're going to be given a receipt stating that you've paid so amount of money into NCAT's remitter account. Whether you're buying a form, whether you're paying for your school fees, whether you're paying for either flight kits or whatever it may be, there's always an account that's attached to NCAT. So anybody firstly telling you that you have to pay money into so place or so place, that is not NCAT account. I think you should be very, very careful about that. My friend has been duped. She has been duped before. Somebody told her pay so amount of money. I think it was 50k or so. I think she had to pay it like 2 times or 3 times. One call, can I welcome? Anytime they give you a place to pay, always cross-check that it's NCAT account that you're actually paying into. That's one. 2 is who pays for the ATC form, who pays for the cabin crew form, who pays for the flight dispatch form. I'll start by telling you that the T form, it's the person employing you, either of the employees, either NAMA, either the Air Force, either the Niger Delta, anyone. You heard it when she talked about it in that video. Just know that you don't pay for the form. They pay for the form for you. Who pays for the cabin crew form? If you're sponsored by an airline, if you're sponsored by an organization or whatever, they pay for the form for you. Or some might tell you to pay for the form and they're going to refund your money back to you. But if you're sponsored by an airline, most of the time they do a bulk collection of the form for you and you come write the exam. When you pass, then you come into the college. Who pays for the when you want to become a pilot, who pays for the form? Obviously, you're the one that's going to pay for the form, except you're sponsored by, even if you're sponsored by your state or whatever, you're still the one that's going to pay for the form because you have to write the exams and pass before they are going to give you that scholarship or that sponsorship or whatever it may be. So I just dealt with who pays for the form. I have some things that I'll have to be talking about. Okay, welcome guys. I can see more persons are joining us. Thank you so much for coming. Don't forget, give this video a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Another thing somebody asked me is, what if I bought the form and I don't want to write the exam again? Is it possible to get a refund of my money for buying the form? Firstly, I do not think they are going to give anybody a refund. I think it's even written on the website that there is no refund after payment. There's something written there that there's no refund after payment. I can't remember cross-checking, but I've not seen anybody that actually bought a form. It's just like buying form for university. It's just like buying form to go to college or whatever. When you buy the form, nobody's going to give you money because even buying the form does not assure you of your admission. Buying the form is like, okay, I'm taking a step towards what I want to do. I'm taking a step towards becoming so thing. If I get it, fine. If I don't get it, I'm still going to move on. So that is something you need to know. For the person, I don't want to call the person's name, for the person that asked me about the fact that I bought the form, can I get a refund of my money? No, you can't get a refund of your money. Now let's go over to the school fees, whether you can get a refund or not. That one is a bit different. But before I go back, and I can remember saying severally, I've said it before, Ajayi Ayotimiwa, Ayotomiwa, welcome. Wow, is it somebody from the West? Nice having you here. This is the first time I'm actually pronouncing that name, so I suppose you're new. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Very, very important, guys. I was saying something concerning deciding before buying the form. Guys, I've said it times without number. Please and please, if you know you're not ready to write the exam, do not buy the form. It's going to be a waste of money. That 10k or 11k or whatever they used to buy that form, you would have used it for something for yourself. You would have used it even to buy something else that's going to be productive for you. If you know you're not ready, don't risk it. Don't buy a form that you know you are not ready to write the exam. And that's why I always advise, only buy the form when you're less busy. When you're less busy, you don't have a lot of things on your plate. For example, if you're currently in final year, you're still struggling with writing projects, you're still struggling with doing final year exams, that is not the best time for you to buy the form, because you cannot be combining NCAT stuff, final year stuff together. Anyways, it depends on you. If you know you can combine it, good and fine. I'm not stopping you, but just make sure that you are ready. Josh, welcome. Just make sure you're ready. Don't buy the form and now decide that, oh, I'm not ready, then you're now looking for a refund. Nobody's going to give you a refund for that, because it's just like buying a JAM form, a WAEC form. And after buying it, you now decide that you don't want to write WAEC again, or you don't want to write JAM again. Who's going to give you the money back? Nobody. Now let's move over to the school fees. Payment of the school fees is a simple process, in the sense that that NCAT account number, that is still the same thing, the remitter you're going to use to generate for your school fees. And the process is not that complicated if you already know how to do, if you've been paying things online. So you just have to go to remitter, look for NCAT. NCAT, you have to specify school fees, tuition fees, something like that. You have to specify. Then you're going to make the payment. They're going to give you receipts, and you're going to bring the receipt to the school, and the school is going to give you their own receipt when they've confirmed that the money has entered their account. So that's how the whole payment works. How much do you spend for all stuffs in aviation? What do you mean all stuffs? Do you mean needed, very essential things in aviation, or you're talking about school fees? What are you talking about? I don't really know the particular one, so please explain yourself. WAEC is like matric, right? WAEC and matric are two different things. Except you're not in Nigerian and you're talking about something else. But WAEC, you write WAEC when you are in secondary school, about finishing like your final class, SS3, while matric is something you do when you do your matriculation, when you just got an admission into your year one. So I don't know what you're talking about, matric, and they are two different things. Okay, Catrick, CPL, I've talked about how much you spend for the whole process. Check the channel page for how much you spend during flight training. But the SPL, you're not going to be paying for the SPL. The school is going to be giving you the SPL, so you're not going to be paying for it at all. Meekness, Daniel, head NCAT might start giving pilots kits. How true is that? It's not that you heard. They've actually started giving pilots kits, headsets, knee board, flight computer, flight bag. They've started giving them already. It didn't start from my set. They started from the last two sets behind me. They've already started giving for flight kits, but you will have to pay for your flight kit. It's not like it's free. It's different from your school fees, and you're going to pay for it. But I always say that it's better to get that one that you are going to pay for, because you don't have to like borrow headsets. You don't have to wait for someone else to give you headset before you fly. You know, you have all your gadgets for yourself. So now, guys, we're talking about school fees, payment of school fees and all. When you pay your school fees into the account, you're going to bring the receipt. Just like I said, the school is going to give you their own receipt. Now, what if you change your mind and you don't want to come to NCAT again? Probably you got a better offer in another country, or probably you found something else to do. Why? What if you change your mind? I've seen it. Don't think it's strange. Yes, it's very difficult to get the admission, but a lot of persons, even after paying the money, they change their mind. They change their mind because of several reasons. Either they want to go do something else, or they are not ready, or something just happens and they change their mind. There is a process, a standard process you are going to use to get your money back. And you should not be beguiled. It's not something you have to pay somebody to be able to get your money. No. You just have to write a letter. I'm going to be talking about that later on, because it's something I don't want to talk up and down and all that. But you will follow a standard process to actually get your money back. So for the school fees, if you change your mind, it's refundable, guys. It's refundable. But for this other part that I'm talking about buying forms, maybe other things in aviation, other things that are not your school fees, like your tuition fee, there is no refund. So I want you to note these two things. For your school fees, there's going to be refund if you change your mind, and depending on how far you've gone. You cannot say you started, yeah, I remember to say that, depending on how far you've gone. If you've not started at all, you are likely to get your whole money back, or you're going to get your whole money back if you've not started at all. If you've not started training, you've not started doing anything, you can apply to get your money back. I've seen persons that apply to get their money back when they change their mind and come into NCAT because the class was full. Because you know, I've said it before that the class is always 20 people per class, or like not more than 25. You can't have more than 25 persons per class. And most of the time, before people come to pay their school fees, the class is usually full. And nobody expects the class to be full, obviously. But when you come and the class is full and you think you have a good option of where to go, you can get your money back and go to that place that is going to, like, you're not going to waste too much time. So it just depends. And another thing you should note that if you started training, you are likely not to get your whole money back. Abayomi, welcome on board. You're likely not to get your whole money back. And they are going to now involve a lot of calculations. So I don't advise, if you know you are not ready at all, don't even start, so that you can get your millions back. If you start, they'll start doing things like they'll remove accommodation money, they'll remove feeding money, they'll remove the hours you've flown, and that's going to eat so much into the money you've paid that you might not even see a good chunk of the money that you actually need. Guys, we are talking about money here. We are talking about payment methods. We are talking about how to get a refund, if you can get a refund or you cannot get a refund. So if you're late, I'm so sorry that you're late, but do well to replay this video. It's very, very important. So try as much as possible not to start if you know you are not ready. But if peradventure you start, just have it at the back of your mind that if you're asking for a refund, you might not get a refund, number one. And number two, even if you get a refund, you're not going to get a large chunk of your money, because they are going to now do a little bit breaking. Tampico, welcome. They're going to do so much breakdown that you are not going to be happy about. So guys, I hope you got me. If you still have any questions concerning payment, you can still leave them here in the comment section before we are done with today's video, because this thing in particular is what I thought we have to discuss it. A lot of persons pay money. In fact, when I saw that email, someone sent me an email saying I'm no longer ready. How do I get my money? And I thought, oh, that's true. It's best to talk about this thing now than it's better late than never, you understand? So guys, if you have any questions, just let me know before we wrap up with today's live stream. I want to be sure that I'm not forgetting any important thing that I have to talk to you about. Jamil, welcome. Okay, Olumide, you get a debit alert of 7 million in one day. Imagine getting a debit alert of 7 million in one day, like you just spent 7 million in one day. But spending 7 million in one day, it's not like you're spending the whole 7 million in one day. You're going to be spending 7 million in 2 years. That is removed from your account in chunk. Doesn't mean that you're spending the whole 7 million in that day. So it's a good thing because it's for a good purpose. Okay guys, I'm happy that we've touched all the questions. Basically all the questions I'm seeing here, I have touched them to the best of my knowledge. And don't forget, I'm a student pilot. I'm still a student pilot, and I'm still on the training. I'm just giving you thoughts on my own experience and what I think you should know based on my experience. You understand? This is just a little disclaimer on the background of some things you should know. And guys, my motivational note for you guys today is that you should learn to leave your comfort zone. Learn to leave your comfort zone. Sometimes it's not going to be that thing you're looking for, will not be where you are. You have to take an extra step. You have to take like an extra lift in where you are to be able to get what you want. So if you're kind of person that you don't want to do something, imagine, okay, in the previous video of the interview with the cabin crew, if you watch that video clearly, you're going to see that she talked about the fact that she is not the kind of person that reads at night, but because of that interview she was going for, she made up her mind that she was going to get this interview, and she decided to read despite the fact that everything was not favorable for her. That is like leaving your comfort zone to do an extra for you to be able to get what you want. So guys, if you're the kind of person that you're always staying in your comfort zone, you don't want to move out, you just want to stay where you are, you want to feel comfortable, you want to chill. You see me, I'm looking at you? You're doing it wrong. You're doing it real wrong. So it's high time that you begin to shake up yourself. Things are already becoming normal. If you check, flights are going to be resuming soon. They're already saying SS3 students, GSS3 students and all that should go back to school. Let them go and graduate, write their WAEC and go out. You're already seeing a lot of things are changing. Interstate travel has been removed. A lot of things are changing, guys. And so, don't stay in your comfort zone. Oh, the whole holiday. Oh, I still feel like sleeping. Oh, I still feel like resting. Eshe, well done. But guys, I'm serious. Like, I'm very, very serious. It's time for you to leave your comfort zone and be your best and do your best. So, till we meet on the same channel, either in the interview, you're going to be watching another interview by God's grace tomorrow morning. Keep your notification bells on. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. If you've not liked this video, like it. I'm going to be seeing you tomorrow. So till we meet next time, I'm still your favorite presenter on this channel. So guys, bye. Thank you so much for coming. Thank